Books for Cali is a student-led organization, and it started when our two teachers, Mr. Kern and Mr. Dennis, asked, what can we do to impact or change the world?
Books for Cali was an initiative that started by the students after we showed them some of the articles and pictures of the devastation that was going on in California with the two different fires. And we had this sign in our classroom that says, how can we impact our community? And we just tasked them with, what can we do about this? How could we help?
It started with a bunch of ideas. We just came up with anything we could do to help, and we kind of landed on this that for a while they were thinking money and we could donate food. They were thinking about the logistics of that and whether or not it was possible. And after a while it was like, what can we do as kids to help? And the best way to kind of make that happen was to donate books.
A couple weeks before, we had an author come visit our school named Jonathan Rand, and he said, a book is like a doorway. Every time you open the cover, it's a new place to go. So that was why we chose books, because we thought it would help him get away from what's happening in reality. And so for Books for Cali, we just want people to be able to enjoy the gift of reading as much as we do.
We didn't think we'd get that many because we didn't think people would actually send books thinking that we're actually going to do it since we're kids, but we actually got a lot.
Personally, I didn't think that we would get a lot of books. I thought that we would maybe get about 1,000, but now seeing how many books that we got, I'm just mind blown.
Both Troy High and Athens students donated close to 1,000, if not over that, for the cause. We have Troy High teachers getting involved, Larson Middle School teachers involved, Troy Union, Barnard, and all of a sudden we see it taking off in this huge way where we didn't necessarily have an expectation of how many books, but the fact that we're over easily 2,000 now just shows what students can do when you give them the opportunity. I think it wouldn't have had the same amount of impact if we had said, hey students, your two teachers have this idea, let's do it. They organically created the process through discussion, and then we asked them, okay, what's the next step? They were actually the ones that thought of the ideas for different committees. Since we have a co-teaching classroom of 53 students, having them all do the same thing wouldn't have been the most effective use of time. So they thought of the ideas for creating a partnership committee where they're the ones emailing different organizations or principals. We had the advertising committee. A group of fifth graders developed a website from the ground up, and the second that we gave that ownership, that was all they needed to take it and run with it and turn it to what it is now.
So it's really, I have no other words than that it's amazing, because just to know that every book that we ship is impacting a different child.
It's really great, especially because I was born in California, so it's really awesome to know that I'm helping people from where I was born.
This is a very new experience for us. We've always tried to help other people in different ways, but this is on a whole new level because we're sending these books out and we're changing the lives of a lot of people.
I think these kinds of situations and opportunities for students are the things that they'll hopefully remember forever. I think when we look back on our lives as elementary students, there's certain events, there's certain moments where they will always stick with us. And we're hoping that this does because it's helping shape the kind of people that they're going to be. We hope they're going to be people that impact the community. With that slogan of how can we impact our community, we talk about how it can be on a local level, the Troy community, but we can also look beyond and constantly be looking for ways that we can make a difference. So I think providing them these opportunities is going to stick with them and maybe influence them to realize it doesn't matter their age, they can still make a difference in all sorts of places.